Subscribe my YouTube channel.
There comes a moment in every person's life when they finally realize the battlefield was never out there. It was never in the competition, never in the chaos, never in the economy or the odds or the people who didn't believe in you. The battlefield was always in the mind, always. Every success story humanity has ever written began with an invisible seed, a thought, a single spark that dared to whisper, "What if I can?" Every invention, every empire, every revolution began not with machinery, not with money, not with power, but with thought. The mind, calm or chaotic, was the birthplace of every miracle. Your life is not shaped by the circumstances that surround you, but by the thoughts that dominate you. You are not bound by the limits of your environment. You are bound by the limits you accept in your imagination. Look at Thomas Edison, the man who lit up the world when darkness ruled every home. He wasn't a genius by birth. He was a servant of a single obsessive thought. There must be a way to bring light into the night, and so he failed 1,000 times. But every failure was simply another way to refine the thought, to crystallize the idea until it became reality. That's the secret the world forgets. You do not create success with your hands, you create it with your thoughts. Your hands merely carry out the vision your mind commands. Andrew Carnegie said it best, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But that's not just a quote, it's a law of life, a universal truth so powerful that even gravity bows to it, because thought is the architect of destiny. Thought builds nations, breaks empires, inspires revolutions, heals wounds, and raises people from obscurity into greatness. But most people never realize this. They live their lives reacting to the world, not directing it. They wait for the world to show them who they are instead of deciding who they will be. They let their thoughts drift like leaves in the wind, pulled by fear, doubt, gossip, failure, and negativity. And so they never master the one power that was always within them, the power to think deliberately, consciously, decisively. The power to say, "I will not think thoughts of failure. I will not think thoughts of scarcity. I will not think thoughts that weaken me, because my thoughts are the blueprint of my life." You become what you think about. Not sometimes, not occasionally, but always. You become what you think about. Not sometimes, not occasionally, but always. A mind filled with fear attracts fear. A mind filled with gratitude attracts abundance. A mind filled with clarity attracts opportunity. And a mind filled with purpose becomes unstoppable. So ask yourself, what thoughts rule your world? Are you feeding your mind strength or surrender? Are you planting seeds of success or seeds of decay? Because the mind is always fertile soil. Whatever you plant will grow, whether it's weeds or wisdom. Understand this. Every morning when you wake up, your thoughts begin writing the script of your day. Every decision, every emotion, every outcome begins first as a silent whisper in your mind. If your thoughts are scattered, your life will be scattered. If your thoughts are clear, your path will unfold with precision. And that is why success is never an accident. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is thought, disciplined, trained, and directed toward a definite purpose. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right." Those words carry the weight of an entire philosophy, because the mind does not question your beliefs, it obeys them. If you tell yourself you're not enough, your mind will find evidence to prove it. If you tell yourself you're capable beyond measure, your mind will bend reality to support it. Your thoughts are not harmless, they are commands. Every repeated thought carves a pathway in your brain, and soon that pathway becomes a highway of habit, the road your life travels on every single day. Change your thoughts and you change your direction. Change your direction and you change your destiny. But it all begins here, with awareness, with catching the invisible whispers that shape the visible results, with understanding that success doesn't start when you get the opportunity. It starts when you start thinking like the person who deserves it. You want to change your income? Change the way you think about value. You want to change your relationships? Change the way you think about love, trust, and respect. You want to change your future? Change the way you think about time, about growth, about potential, because the world will always mirror the mind. It will reflect not what you want, but what you believe. Not what you say, but what you think when no one's listening. You are the sculptor and the clay, the painter and the canvas, the writer and the story, and the ink is your thought. So if your current reality does not please you, do not curse the reflection. Change the thought that created it. The great secret of all achievers is not that they were born gifted. It's that they mastered the art of thinking intentionally. They refused to let their minds run on autopilot. They designed their inner world until it became powerful enough to shape the outer one. Every great empire was once a private vision in the solitude of a thinker, and so it shall be with you.